What's up, Subi Nation? DJ here with Subi Bros, and today we're taking a look at the bezel options we offer for the 2018 and up WRX and STI. We're going to be looking at all the LED options we have, their different features, how they compare to each other, and exactly what each product line offers. We get lots of questions about this, so we're going to cover that all today. So let's get to it. We're going to start this video off by comparing the plastic bezels first, and we'll go over the lighting options after. So on this side of the table, we have our full aftermarket bezel kit, and on this side of the table, we have the authentic Subaru JDM bezels. You can see that the styling is very similar. The full aftermarket bezel has more metallic flake in the finish, which makes it come off almost as a super dark gray coloring. You'll see it more obvious in the bezels with the fog light cut out. But overall, the styling is very similar. With the Subaru OEM bezels, you're going to get the best fit and finish and also longest durability, but it is more expensive. So there on camera, I'm sure you can see that the aftermarket version is just a little bit lighter. The Subaru, while it's not pure black, it does have a little bit of metallic flake in it. The aftermarket version has more. All three of these bezel options are authentic Subaru OEM JDM parts imported from Japan. They all have the same color and the same finish. There's just some few key detail differences. They all will fit the 2018 and up WRX and STI. They both are also the bezels that are in the full OEM kit and our OEM Plus kit. There's two versions without a fog light cutout here. The one on my right is the version that debuted with the 2018 WRX and STI. It has the fog light bar cutout here. The one on my left came out with the 2020 model year. You can see that it has just a little bit more dimension than the old bezel. It also has this two-tone going on here with the satin black background there, but same LED bar on top. If you're looking for a version with a fog light cutout, this is going to be your choice. It's all gloss black here, and of course has the LED light bar on top. The OEM option is going to be your highest durability, best fitting version that we offer. Next up are our aftermarket tri-bar bezels. Both of these bezels feature a solid gloss black finish. The three bottom bars here are all a DRL, while the bar across the top is a turn signal, and you'll see that demoed in a minute. Both are solid gloss black full finish, and it just depends which aesthetic you want. They light up with the same colors regardless if you go with the white or the smoked. It really is just personal preference. And these will also fit the 18 and up WRX and STI VA chassis. Now that we've gone over the different levels and options for the plastic bezels themselves, we're going to be talking about the LED options. For the OEM bezels, you can either get the aftermarket light bar or the Subaru OEM light bar. This light bar is the same that comes in the full aftermarket bezel as well, so you'll see that. And then the tri-bezel is obviously integrated into the bezel. All of these kits come with our full plug-and-play kits. That means no tapping, no splicing, no permanent modification to your factory wiring harness, which is great, and that includes the turn signal portion of the two aftermarket versions that have it. So we're going to do a comparison and show you each option. All right, so first up is the authentic Subaru JDM DRL light. So we'll go ahead. And so this is what it looks like when it's on. There is no turn signal built in, but you can see that the light pattern matches the WRX STI and the WRX Limited, the C lights that come in the factory adaptive headlights. It has that kind of single LED pattern going across there. And so this is DRL only again, no turn signal. Next up, we have our aftermarket light bar that's installed on the Subaru OEM bezel. This is what we call our OEM Plus bezel kit. The same light bar is available on our standard aftermarket kit as well. It's up to you which bezel you want. The light bar will be the same. So we have a DRL, which has a cool white solid light bar across the top. And this also has built-in turn signals. So it has switchback ability. Then after your turn signals complete, the DRL turns back on. We also have the ability to switch over to a sequential turn signal as well. And each kit, you can decide which you want, or you don't have to use the turn signals at all, and you can just run the DRL. Next up, we have our tri-bar LED bezel. The bottom 3 bars are your DRL, and the top bar is a sequential turn signal. So you can see there's your DRL, and when you hit your turn signal, now you can choose not to hook up the turn signal, and this also comes in a full plug-and-play kit, no splicing, no tapping, completely reversible. You can now see how all the bezels compare. We have the aftermarket LED bar here, the OEM light bar here, and then of course the tri-bezel. Now I'll go ahead and show you the turn signal. We'll start with sequential on both. Then we'll go ahead and switch over to standard. So at the entry price point, we have the aftermarket LED bar and aftermarket LED bezel. Stepping up, we have the OEM Plus kit, which is what this bezel is, the authentic Subaru OEM bezel with the aftermarket light bar. We also have the tri-bar LED bezel, and then the full OEM Subaru bezel with the OEM light bar. This is going to be your most expensive. The OEM Plus kit and the tri-bar are in the middle, and the full aftermarket kit is the entry price point. You're going to miss out on a few features because there's no turn signal in the full OEM kit, but of course, full OEM is always going to be the most expensive. None of these are necessarily better than the other. It really comes down to personal preference and the exact light output you want and features you want. So that's an overview and summary of the different bezel options that we currently offer and a demonstration of the features and different options between each type. We're going to make a chart real quick and show it to you now that simplifies the different options and where the crossover occurs. If you guys are interested in these, head on over to subibros.com. We also have an installation video of the bezel, which is basically the same process for any of these. Make sure to check that out. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.